My experience in Poland meeting these two women, like this was in Krakow, Poland. I was in Krakow, Poland in 2020 from the beginning of August till the end of August. It was a good experience. I enjoyed it. I met a lot of females, but didn't have sex because I got ultimately rejected because none of them were attracted to me. But in this selfie, basically, we went to the bar. The bar was called, I don't know what it was called, it's in Polish or something, but it was close to the old town. And me and another person, someone that I went to Poland with, a guy from Morocco, was his name Nur. Nur. Let's just call him Nur. So we went to Poland and basically we went over there and we hung out a lot. But it was an interesting trip, but it was a boring trip because in Poland, thing about Poland is it's pretty boring. If you don't know a lot of people there, it's pretty boring. You're not gonna be doing a lot of things. It's pretty boring. I mean, unless you are interested in going to museums and stuff like that, it's gonna be boring. And if you don't know Polish, there's also gonna be another added level of boredom. Polish women in general, they're attractive, but they're very conservative in a way, and it's very hard to get them to have sex with you, especially if you're black. If you're white, it's gonna be easier for sure. These Eastern European countries are not very accepting of foreigners unless they're coming to enhance their dollars and maybe boost the economy over there. But yeah, I mean, I didn't have sex with these two women. None of them. I didn't have sex with either of these women. I wanted to have sex with one of them. I mean, she was kind of attractive, I guess, in a way. Not really attractive, but okay. But yeah, I mean, I definitely wanted to, but I wasn't successful in my exploits. I wasn't successful for sure. And why wasn't I successful? Probably because of the skin color, man. Like it's a harsh truth. Probably I'm better off going to African countries or something. I'm probably better off going to African countries and trying to get women over there. Poland has no love for black people. I mean, I'm being very generalized. I'm generalizing a lot here, but it's also true. It's not like I'm making shit up. This is my own learned experience. It's my own experience. It's my anecdotal experience. Everywhere I went, um, no, people weren't racist to me. They weren't. But um, it was always a look of, what are you doing here? Why are you here? And people would ask me, do you see anyone that looks like you here? Like, what are you doing here, dude? Why are you here? Multiple questions, like a lot of questions of why are you here? Like, why are you here for so long? When are you going back, dude? You see, like, it's more of a incessant and a very dismissive type of questioning, right? Like, it's not a question of, it's not like they're questioning you in terms of, it's not like that, like, it's a very deep seated level of animosity, but they hide it very well. They hide it very well over there, dude. Poland is, it's a good country in terms of, is it a good country though? Like, I mean, where did I go? I went to Krakow. I was there for the whole month and I mainly stayed in Old Town. I didn't really go much very far from there. I went to a lot of bars and clubs, and In the bars, for sure, like the alcohol is pretty cheap. I mean, the price is pretty cheap. The food is pretty cheap compared to Western Europe, the Netherlands where I live. It's a lot cheaper than the Netherlands for sure. Um, Traveling on the bus is pretty cheap too. So yes, the price of the country is cheaper overall than Western Europe. But I think that's pretty much the only advantage to going to Poland. It's not a lot of advantages. There's advantages if you're a white male, but there's not a lot of advantages if you're black. The only advantage if you're black is if there's a price, there's a cheaper price. That's pretty much it. That's what I learned. I mean, the truth is the truth. Doesn't sound good, but it's the truth. But I saw a lot of Nigerians there though. I saw a lot of Nigerians over there in Poland for sure. Like, I guess they go over there to study, and there was a lot of Indians there as well. They go over there to study. They don't go over there to live or to hang out or to see the country. Overall, I would say it was a interesting experience. It wasn't an overly fun experience. It was an interesting experience. I was actually longing to go home at some point. I find their laws to be very interesting and weird. Why do they ban marijuana but they don't ban cigarettes and they don't ban alcohol? You know that marijuana is the least harmful drug out there? Much less harmful than cigarettes and alcohol, for sure. Maybe it was the craving of marijuana, but also the food. Yeah, let me give you guys a little insight on the food. The supermarkets, they are not as easily accessible as Western European countries. In Krakow, I would have to travel by bus to go to the store, and there's not a lot of big food chain stores there. There's only small stores, like small chain stores, like small ones in Krakow. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. But they sell sandwiches, but they don't sell exactly what you need. There is a main supermarket, but you'd have to go closer to the airport or the center. But yeah, maybe it's because I'm not very educated in how things work over there. I'm not very educated in how it works over there in Poland. But overall, I would say out of 10, it was an interesting experience that I wouldn't want to do it again. No, I wouldn't want to go to Poland again. If I want to crush some puss, I think I'll just go to Asia or well, even in Asia, I probably won't be liked either. So that's another thing. But Asia, maybe America, Latin America for sure. Africa would be nice. Africa, Latin America, America, Asia, maybe Russia. I would like to go to St. Petersburg in the future.